Alright, Elaine. Let's continue. Yeah, sorry about the last time. I was meant to have more time, but then things happened, so then I ended up not having time. So I was still able to stream, but I couldn't really talk much because there was stuff going on in the background, which you almost certainly would have heard when I like unmuted and kept having to unmute and remute myself and blah blah blah. So today we'll have time. So right now I've got to talk to the kids outside because she said something about how they're not actually opening a nightclub, and we should talk to them because we've been had or something. But I was just like, yeah, it's just obvious. Basically, I don't really know what I'm doing right now, like in the game, because I've got to wait till later for that guy. You know, that. So I've got to wait till this evening. I don't know what the fuck to do about that. Anyway, doesn't matter. Oh, actually, that's the point. He's just never there. I don't know what that means. Summer and butter. I don't know what that means. Egghead. Yeah. Oh, can I have a go at that again? I already have... Sorry, I already have my coat. I think this is a bit daft in that you don't... Like, these... A lot of these have gone. So why are they still... Like, here, but whatever.
Hello again.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
How about
Neat.
gather around, kids? The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
But you still are. What happened? I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen fast.
What the fuck?
Shut it. What? I have. I've said that.
The young speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
Oh, I don't know which one to do.
Hey man, who knows what she's on about? I get it. She doesn't want us in the church. She's got something against us. Who doesn't like to dance? She doesn't like to dance. I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
No shit. That's... Come on, that's... I meant to say, not true. What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
What do you mean by lenient? Okay, man, okay. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn a church into the wickedest club in East Revachol. Because we do! We totally do! We just need to turn it into a speed lab before.
To get our foot in the door.
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up. No, man, they're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
Yeah!
I knew it. It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance. There needs to be a club for Nordic music.
I like Ed Haig just being like, I want the club.
Everyone hates each
If we have the speed, that's fun, but I just want the club.
Just drugs and we're slaves, and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but, I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
And? What happened? Oh man, who is he? What did you think? Really? Huh, interesting. What's he doing in the church?
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah!
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her? A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
What a pity. That's my favourite thing in the world. And she doesn't like it at all.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
And you can't just evict her?
Look at you, Honor Man.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to...
Maybe I'm actually good at this thing in the car when I'm trying.
We only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
Surely we could sell it to heroes. There's the new, null music, null sound space with lots of music. You'll have lots of data.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a
Poor
little
Egghead.
slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you. What do you think?
Excellent.
Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer.
Huh? I see you're here again. Off-sign, man. Did I mention getting us into the church would help? A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
Seems like my creation has found its way into the legal bureaucracy. What did you want to ask about it? The dead guy smiling. He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
Or drunk. Or in a clinical coma. The dead guy, he defeated the present, or maybe
Or drugged out of his
it should be sold, but not by us. Simplicity was brought to us by a classical soul.
I was just wondering if I could get a bit of money out of it.
Tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right? Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss, haunting him. The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing. It is. I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for? Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment. You heard me.
The large-headed youth has closed his eyes, lost in the music. Sensing you, he opens them.
Good morning! Yeah! Pump it up! Pump it up! Pump it up!
You know it in your lungs where
Thank
the
fuck.
should vibrate, in your heart that's alone, and in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every chordate animal.
What? Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about Nordic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
He feels ashamed. He can't be of more service to the future of dance music. The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's jam.
Yeah. Maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Copman! No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he is. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as fault reading.
Yeah! Reversion imperative!
Unless you were thinking Revershaw imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with X yelling. I know what you mean.
Hardcore superstar! Yeah! Dark hardcore! Jermaine!
Basically, yes it is.
Lungs are for love! Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on. Cause I've never loved someone like you before.
A dopamine surge
Neat.
accompanies the words. It feels like electricity flowing down your scalp, dissipating into your neck. Feels good. like a spark of life in that moribund sponge you call your body.
Okay then.
Yes, what is it? I don't want to make anything work. Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work. Good.
Easy. When her research is done,
Oh, I was gonna kick her out if I couldn't get her to do it, but...
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
she thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
Alright. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself. It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
Oh god, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on-site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear?
This is clearly a painful topic for her. She must have had to explain herself numerous times.
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining.
Oh, that's what that is!
That's her name, I believe. There's this giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. It's there. Don't worry, you can't miss the bear. It's hideous. Thanks. And here's my Qualsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offsite copy, then you can keep the Qualsund.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not...
But I will keep it.
...with the Qualsund. This glorious multi-tool makes a regular pry bar completely obsolete.
Incredible. Oh, that works for like everything. Oh, it looks so awkward. Well, to the bookstore. Well, actually, let me have a look for something quick. No, that guy's still not there. Can I have another go with these guys?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Yep. I can't do that. Well, I have to try something else or find something else. Actually, I need the Wompty Dump Center. Oh, I want that as well, don't I? I need that. The Wompty Dumpty Dump Center, I need it.
Every snowflake is like a little gift from the sky.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime. A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems a heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not. A heavy door with a missing handle stands before
Thank fuck.
covered in dozens, if not.
I'd already wasted my point.
Ceremonies, trinkets. and
Wait, I won though?
It appears to be locked. You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door.
Oh, okay, right.
It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side. But you've done it.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Lol.
What is this place? No, it's a gym. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Oh, is that the ball that I can use to give to those guys? Yeah!
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar? No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
You're right. The weights may fall off. Better not touch it then. It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't.
We gotta give it a
No one's
go.
supposed to come here anymore.
Well, yeah, it was still worth it. Ha! Lol.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast.
See, this is why we've got points in the endurance.
Even your body has failed you. It's a miracle.
We did injure ourselves endurance.
Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to smash through that back door.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
Wait, is this going to lead us to the other door? You know, the one in the... Oh, the whirling rags?
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here. Look, the skis and rotorblades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other. That's a good question. Reality is ruthless. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic, translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin. One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Tworg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Political commentary. That one has a great beard too. Just look at those details. So much effort.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe." This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details." These lies translucent. Who are all? You should have one of the Welkins. Your eyes glide. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans. Call in, tune out. Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. A dusty radio computer sleeps on its wired frame, forgotten and unused. Its keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
Another radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
It's your call. You're in charge of this expedition, officer.
Fair enough.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard.
That's the same description, right?
The central compartment is wide open. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Nothing happens. Something's missing. There's no tape in the player. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I've unlocked the production schedule. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Really? She just used the same password?
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. With a quiet determination, the printer starts printing, a piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. A black crisscross of letters covers its surface. It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Wirral Untethered, a radio game developed by Studio Fortress Accident. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule. In its short time of existence, Fortress Accident SCA managed to burn through truly insane amounts of money. The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 Real, but then came the delays. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 Real, with only half of the game finished.
400,000.
Bloody hell.
You're my yo. These guys knew how to party.
Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Igaunian investor. Fortress Accident employed 18 people. The bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts, and a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Pyrrolidon in the basement to escape his obligations.
But on the other hand, their obligations were piling up at an inhumane rate, a rate that could only be amended by Pyrrolidon.
Why did Fortress Accident have so many concept artists? It didn't. No, definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though, especially when dealing with writers, some of whom routinely skip to work because of mental health issues and extremely unprofessional sleep schedules. One of them even managed to steal some valuable company property before skipping town for good. The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy. Not the concept artists. It wasn't even the writers. With their panic attacks and 3-hour lunches, it was impossible not to fail. The project was too large, and no amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development team. They tried to make a 4 million Real game with 400,000 in their bank account. They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination. They couldn't. No, Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared. That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads. At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsk-born Suliswaf Jalisa, decided that what Wirral Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor. So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000
Oh my Christ.
10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined. Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss. On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end, where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness, before the Egonian investors pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day, an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian Lintel front, just as the Wirral Untethered project was being compiled that day. When the project was returned, it was completely blank. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss. Always read the terms of service. And let's face it, they didn't have any money left for illegal action. Mysteriously enough, it seems that the offsite copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss
That's the right.
It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the offsite copy.
And that's when she fucked up, got it.
Offsite. And
That's why she was so upset earlier. Yeah, okay.
Has been attached. S. Lukanen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The offsite copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore. Not for me. Not after 8 months of crunch. I didn't have a home anymore. So I started keeping it in the basement, in the ice bear refrigerator, near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal. That's not what her colleagues thought. The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later. 4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left.
That Wompty Dum thing was quick as well. We've already done it.
They're right, though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez, all of it. Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is Saint-Brun 1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye. Saint-Brun 1147? That's what the street sign next to the church said. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. Wumpty Dumpty Dum.
Okay, what do we get?
You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
Oh, shit. That's really bad. Oh, That's probably going to be the first one that we will forget later. Oh, fuck. Our... Oh, no. Oh, no. Well. Lol. Lamau, even.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic. History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic, unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap. Someone very important, the leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency. Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? Yes, I got that. What I meant was, what were they trying to achieve with this damn game? What were their ambitions? Because this here looks rather advanced.
This is way above your tiny little policeman head.
Oh, shit.
Okay, well, I think...
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers. Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology. Through call-in stations, none of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked. Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WiiWare board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but... It's too late for that, I'm afraid. Okay, let's keep moving.
Wait, what did we gain? Oh, we got that back. Right, okay, got it. Hang on, what's that thought? Sorry, that bonus I had. Sorry, it gives me 2 real. Right, encyclopedia. Oh! That -2 suggestion sucks, but that +10 experience for every encyclopedia passive is awesome. I like how intellect's my highest stat and it's the one I put the least amount of points into. That's the ice fridge she was saying about, isn't it? Well, actually, it doesn't matter what order we do it in, does it?
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
Actually, hang on. Just give me a sec. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Sorry, I ran a bath for myself because I need a wash and stinky boy. And I ran it quite scalding, and I was just checking, but it's still quite hot. So I've got another good 40 minutes or so to play.
Looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
Minimum.
This must be the giant ice bear fridge that Suna mentioned. Look inside. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low.
Oh, what was the point of the multi-tool then?
Regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator.
Unless it's in here.
The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge, but where's the filament memory? It's not here. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Someone must have taken it.
Oh no.
What does the note say?
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic. The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sulislav.
Sulislav. Wasn't he one of Miss Lucan and Kilda's co-workers? I remember coming across this name when we were reading her personal log. Really? You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory.
Oh no.
Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter. I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge. It belongs inside a radio computer.
I know, I just want to make sure, because sometimes this gives us extra shit, doesn't it?
You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
It's like the production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
Well, that's the ice cream maker. Well, that didn't help us at all.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing? Wait, really? Should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
A hollow ring echoes through the furnace.
I don't know what I thought was going to happen.
Hurts. A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Still, it's good to have this dirt on you. Real men wear coal for makeup. Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies.
Well, luckily we bought a shit ton of like healing points, so it's fine.
Everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter. Kudos.
Anti-object task force. What? Take a look at your hands. See how bruised you are? This is an exhibit A. The arterial was holding you back. Okay. How bizarre. Wait, hang on. Wait, is there a room there that I've missed? Yes, there is. Haha.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache. There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away. Most of them are rusty and inoperable. But one catches your eye. A bolt
We can
action
sell it.
with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still, beautiful thing in its own way. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Awesome sauce. No, it's not even worth that much money. That's a shame. I thought it would be worth like a lot of money. Nah. Oh, well, we'll keep hold of it for now, though.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't
Fine.
say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing. Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current, happy and contented. This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
Best I'm gonna get.
Ice squeaks
Well.
beneath your Kavalzun multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shutters tightly as before. Unplugging the ice cream maker will allow it to defrost. Only the black something.
Very smart. Opening the lid should be...
This orange machine is dead.
Ah.
It has ice ground
Hey.
valves
Thank
under
you.
strain.
I should have just done that from the start. Well, whatever.
Until the lid cracks open. Darkness darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object.
Oh!
Foreign. Left
We got it.
for a sub-zero beauty sleep. A filament memory with the words off-site copy written on its side. Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker. You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
Let me just quick save, hang on. Oh. Right. Do we check the filament or do we take it straight back? I don't know what to do. My guy's curious. Fuck it. We'll save the game though, just in case it really breaks stuff, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Save the game.
Tiles on the cube are still smolder, like a smooth draw. The filaments, the speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's plane a magnetic drive.
Good afternoon. Please repeat. Is this the Earth? Good. No, that's not.
Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window.
Good. I've unlocked the offside copy. After ending the
Ka-ching.
fortress accident. Thank you.
Tiles on the cube. The speaker comes to life. Static.
Oh, what?
Please repeat. Thank you.
Tiles on the cube. It sounds like something cracks before the
Oh,
paper
no.
starts filling up with pure black ink. Something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this. The paper is soaked with ink. Its monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any.
Well, I saved it, so we can go back.
Odd. Something is obviously broken here.
Ooh!
Light shines out from the shade. For some reason, the printer decided to spare this one tiny dot of paper. Looks like gibberish. Better get running again. This must be the information Sorna is looking for. She knows how to make sense of it. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework. The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
I think we're okay. We're gonna roll with it, because I succeeded the check, and I'm desperately trying to not reload stuff. I only reloaded this game once, and that was because I genuinely felt cheated when the game was like, oh, a punch to the jaw was too much, but a roundhouse kick with a fucking wind-up was definitely the way to go. It was fucking stupid, but that's the only time I've ever thought it, so... Right then, let's get my bag back. No. She found the answer yet? It said that I should talk to her tomorrow. And it was that was 2 days ago.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio.
This is precinct 57. How may I assist you? Still nowhere.
How?
I know it must be frustrating.
In the cabin.
The game was like, call back in a day, and I've done that like for 2 days in a row, and the game's like, she still don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yes, what is it? Yes? Wait, a note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory? Jawiza. Of course! Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. That feature creep and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one. Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it. I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation.
I'd have thought I should have just given her a thing and then kept it for selling it. Oh well.
Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out. This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that. It's the abyss staring back at you. Sorna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here, I found it. Hold on. Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly. I found the coordinates.
Great job.
Thank you. There. In the swallow. Think you can help me again? I need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to double-check my calculations.
What an interesting proposition. Truly a task for the intellectuals, solving the puzzle of water bowls.
Figure it out? No. I don't need you to figure anything out. I've got a computer for that. Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
Third bowl 2 to the left, fourth bowl 5 to the right.
She wants you to follow instructions. Nothing intellectually stimulating. In this task, a child could do it. Yes, but you like moving things around. Moving things around is calming.
Thanks.
Wait, where are the water bowls? Are they down here? Where are the water bowls? Oh, there they are. Oh no, what does it mean third to the left? Because there's like...
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Oh boy, this is going to be good. It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound. This task is an insult to your mental skills. Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place after all.
Yes, what is it? Great. Everything should be aligned now. Yeah, let's do it. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes. I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is... I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
Let's think about this logically. Why would nothing be terrifying if it's, well, nothing?
Yeah, you're right. Let's do it.
The lieutenant takes a step back, and then nothing. Nothing happens. As Sona Lokenenkilde presses unmute on her keyboard, nothing but silence. She doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus. One hand cupping the headphone.
Damn it. No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
No. No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it? This can't be it. You should have a listen. All you hear is your own breathing, heavy and hoarse from all the nights.
I literally had to get double six there, I think, and I nearly got it, but I didn't.
But there's something else. There has to be. Something big. Something unexpected. Something new. Yet to be discovered. Ghosts. Speak to me. When was the last time this world had anything new to say?
Well, did you hear anything? Yeah. No, I don't think there's anything there.
The lieutenant looks down at the floor, as if to say, you're wasting time here.
Well, now what?
Yes, what is it?
Well, now what do we do? Do we just have to put points into percep? I don't know. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Now I don't know what to do next. I don't know where we should go. Because that was like my last lead. Who the fuck is Trent? Fuck, I'm trying to remember. Was that one of... That's not one of those guys. Oh, I don't know. Was that the guy... No, shit, no, hang on. Yeah. Find it. Walk back to the cars if you find any tapes that... Okay, that's for him. Oh, well, I can't do that yet. Well, I'm not opening the nightclub yet. What? I don't really want to do that unless I have to. I need more conceptualization for that. I don't really want to waste a point on that. I can't do that. Oh, I got the ball. Call Alice back in a day for info on the armor's owner. It's not... Actually, I'm going to Google this because it's pissed me off, actually. Oh, well that's weird. So I just looked that up and apparently, like, that call Alex back in the day is misleading. There's something else I have to do, which I don't want to spoil myself on, but that's weird. I can't remember what the fuck she wants. Right, I want to talk to... Oh, no. It's this guy, isn't it?
Hello again. Well, that certainly depends. You know, the popular image of the coalition is of a monolithic political military entity. But in reality, it's comprised of many interconnected yet semi-autonomous components. For instance, the offices of Inchicom are responsible for military affairs. These offices are located in the Bank of the World building, just a few kilometers from here. Well, then there's also the Provisional Commission, as well as the Institute for Revacholian Culture, with its architecturally significant headquarters in Le Jardin. Inchicom is responsible for all aspects of the military occupation of Revachol. During the revolution, they coordinated the efforts of the Occidental and Gradian invasion, but these days their function is primarily logistical. Oh, the Institute is a marvelous organization, my favorite part of the coalition by far. Their mandate is twofold: to export notable works of Revacholian culture throughout the moral intern, while also importing the most important cultural products of the wider world to citizens of Revachol. There's an exhibition on Vespertine Proto-Expressionism that I can't wait to take Mikhail to. We're working our way through the major artistic movements of the last century. Of course there is. The coalition's economic affairs are handled by the Bank of the World, Revachol Mission. They operate in concert with the Institute of Price Stabilité in Serre-la-Claire. Ah, that's simple. You're looking for the Comité de Responsabilité de Revachol. It's a sort of clearinghouse for coalition affairs in Revachol.
Yes, this is just the sort of reasonable authority you're looking for.
If you will, picture the coalition as a kind of wheel. The hub of this wheel is the Comité de Responsabilité, and out from that hub radiate a great many spokes, which connect to Inchicom, the Institute for Revacholian Culture, the Provisional Commission, and so on. Well now, that is rather complicated. You can write to the committee directly, but I understand that there's quite the backlog. A month or more, according to friends of mine who just so happen to know about this sort of thing. Of course, if you could somehow contact Coalition Warship Archer, you could reach the committee directly. But, well, that obviously presents any number of logistical and technical challenges. Why, officer, it's that gigantic aerostatic right over there. Have you really never noticed it before?
You look around, but you don't see anything unusual. Then again, your eyes aren't the sharpest.
Fascinating. You know, in one sense, that's exactly what the coalition intends. You see, they would prefer that most people in Revachol don't think of themselves as living under a military occupation. That's why they generally prefer to keep their warships at a discreet distance from major population centers. A very astute question. You see, in addition to its role as a military warship, the Archer is also responsible for coordinating all coalition communications and surveillance operations in Revachol. Not just watching, it's listening as well. I don't know the particulars, of course, but I would expect a warship like the Archer to possess the most advanced surveillance equipment available outside of Seoul. Well, I suppose you could rent a private aerostatic and attempt to rendezvous with Archer directly, but I must caution against it. Warships like the Archer are usually authorized to fire on unidentified aerostatics on site. That might be the trickiest question of all. From a technical standpoint, it shouldn't be all that difficult. You simply require a radio transmitter capable of broadcasting on coalition frequencies. The problem is that those sorts of radio transmitters are tightly controlled by the coalition. Even the RCM doesn't typically have access to them outside of special joint operations.
He's correct. It makes coordinating operations with the coalition exceedingly difficult, from our perspective.
All that said, someone with a powerful radio and a certain level of technical skill might be able to circumvent their way onto the coalition frequencies.
Our interfacing is fine.
It's only too bad the old Feld engineers are no longer available. This sort of thing would have been right in their wheelhouse.
She's not a Feld engineer exactly, But perhaps that programmer from the church might be of assistance?
In any event, it's a fascinating technical challenge. I'll be very interested to see how you tackle it.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Right, I'm going to take a break from this game for a bit and have a think. I will be back probably an hour or two, and I'm going to stream at least for another hour. But yeah, thanks for watching. Fucking love